Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of McEwan's Micro Campers. Episode 3, we're going to get some power into the van, but first, we're going to get the floor finished. Come on, let's do it. So onto the power. Well, we'll get onto the power later on. What I want to do is really get this floor finished. It's causing me a bit of a sore head, really, it is. There is quite a bit of space under that floor, and it could be utilised for space. You know, you could put a lot of things under there. When you're micro camping, you need the space. Every inch matters, and there's quite a bit of space under there. So instead of putting big bits of 3x2 to hold it up, I'm going to just use the 12mm ply that I used on the floor, and you'll be able to get to the storage. When you pull the front seats forward, there's going to be plenty of space under there. It'll be carpeted anyway, and I'm going to carpet these side bits as well, so it'll be nice and it'll look the part. And when the lino's down and the trim's on the top of it, it'll look absolutely spot on. So let's go and do that just now. Right, the carpet's here, the 4-way stretch carpet, and I've got an ice cream kind of colour. As you'll see, I'll cut it out and I'll show you in a wee minute. And we're going to put it over these 2 bits that we've just cut out and see if we can try and in advance see how smart it looks.
Low battery.
Bonus. There you go, it's from Vandalised. And there's a wee discounting code there, VIP10. If you fancy it. I won't use it because I've got mine. And onto the floor we go. I think I bought a wee bit more than a bargain for here.
Low battery. Power up.
There you go, fit these in the van so as I don't carpet the wrong side. Just give that a good shake. nice sharp carpet knife, Stanley knife, to take all these edges off. It's very forgiving, this kind of carpet. Just take your time at the corners. Oh, no bother. Oops. If it helps, stick it back on and cut it. You get a really nice edge. I forgot to bring my sharp scissors with me, so I'm having to cut the big, big bits off with the blade. Usually I would trim them with the scissors. This is never going to be seen, this edge, so you don't really need to be super tidy. Although some people still like to be tidy. My wife will say I'm no tidy. If she's watching this, she'll be laughing. And there you go. A wee centre, a wee edge piece. Still to be screwed on, and here's one I done earlier. Oh, easy peasy. There you go. Right, this wee bit's fighting with me here. So what I'm going to do is fire a wee screw in here just now. Not too far, and I'll lift this up. It's nice and even. No, that's not even yet. There we go. And we'll put that back down this side. Absolutely solid, it's not going to go anywhere. I can step in and out, I can jump in and out there, it's not going to go, it's not going to move. Absolutely perfect, and I really like that colour of carpet, it's quite nice. And it'll go lovely with the vinyl that you can see in there. So the next thing we'll do is, we'll get this glued down, and we'll get it all trimmed, and then we'll go and we'll put the trim on. And that'll be it finished. Maybe that's looking a million times better with that back carpet on the side there. You can see, it just goes nicely with that. Once we've got one, I don't know whether to go black. I was going to go black metal trim or silver, maybe even gold actually. See what I mean about indecision? I think I'll buy black, silver and gold, and then we'll see we'll see how good it looks. This is a cracking wee hoover. This is just out of screw fix. It was about £40. It's dead easy to come off. And it's got a blower function. Watch this. It's not mega powerful, but it blows all my sawdust away. And it keeps the people that own the place pretty happy that I'm looking after the place, you know what I mean? Okay, that's me done for this afternoon. Fans are closed up, the flooring's all down, the wee bits are fixed. Still got a wee bit of storage to build for underneath it, but that's another day, we can do that another day. What I want to do next is, you see that down there? That's the power, that's the heart of this van. It's called the Core Prime, and we're going to get into that next. Right, that's the van floor down. It's ready for furniture, just to be put on top of it. But before we go on to the furniture, we're going to talk about this system here. This is the Whit AC180P. This will be the heart of our Core Prime system. There's 4 different cores, but we'll talk about the first. This is the kind of entry level Core Prime just now. And this will run everything in your van that you need. When I say everything, I mean 12 volt, your 12 volt system and your AC system. So you've got 2 plugs on the Whit here, and that's for your high draw stuff. You can see I've got my lights on in my workshop just now. And that's what I use for my lights. I've also got a jigsaw that I use, and a chop saw that I use as well. And that runs it without any problems. Anything under 1800 watts, it'll run without any problems. In your camper van, you're probably going to use a microwave and an air fryer. So things like that, you know, a toaster. These will all go into here. As long as they're under 1800 watts, you should be alright. But mostly, what I'm going to run a 12 volt system with a wee cigarette lighter plugged into a wee 12 volt fuse board there. This plugs in to the 12 volt, let me just get that round there. The 12 volt system, 12 volt input on your Whit. It only gives you 10 amps, so you're not going to use 10 amps if you're only using lights and sockets to charge things up and that. And it's absolutely ideal for things like that. It really is that simple. This wee system will run your van. It'll run your van for a full weekend without a doubt. It'll run it all weekend, and probably longer if you wanted to. But if you are in a situation and your battery's running low, you can just stop and charge it up anywhere you like. Or if you're at a campsite, you can use one of these. And this is a campsite unit. And this is what most campers use for tents and things like that. You know, just normal camping. But these can be used in micro campers and normal campers as well, as long as it's not as long as it's not built into your van. Then it would need to be grounded to the chassis, but this doesn't need that, because this is just going to be sitting loose. It's going to be screwed to this bolt, and that'll be it. You just run your cable out through your window or out through the door and plug it into your campsite wherever you are, and that obviously you plug in your Whit right into one of these sockets, and you can charge your Whit up that way. And also there's a couple of wee USBs on this as well, which is ideal. You can charge up anything you want. And while you're at the campsite, if you've charged your Whit fully, you can also plug in, if you want to, see you've got a hairdryer or something, you can plug anything in. You're full power really, because you're at the campsite. You can plug your hairdryer into these, and you can plug your, your microwave, your toaster and things like that can always run off of this as well, without any worry about your Whit running down. You know, that will stay fully 100% charged for you. And then if you do want to pull over, you find a nice wee campsite that doesn't have any power, and you've got a full Whit to play with, so it's absolutely ideal. It's a cracking wee system. And we've got another wee thing. Yeah, if you don't intend on going to a campsite at all, then this wee bad boy comes into play. This is the Whit. This is the Whit DC to DC charger. So it's called the Charger 1. And it does what it says on the tin. It's a charger. It charges your Whit up whilst you drive. It's absolutely, I mean, it changes everything for camping. And with your prime boards, this will just sit neatly on your prime board along with everything else, so just have a wee look at that. That's your Blue 80 charger there. So the cables from that will run out through your van into your onto your starter battery. Then you'll get a cable that comes from that into the Blue 80, which will charge that as well. And within an hour it'll be fully charged. If it's running down low, you can just put your engine on, just like your engine idle for 20 minutes, and that will top you up. And I'll say you're sat at a nice wee roadside place, a wee car park somewhere with a nice bit of scenery, you want a cup of tea and you want to have your lunch, you can do that. See, you use 40% battery on your Blue 80, you can sit with your engine on for 15-20 minutes and maybe get that 40% back again. So you're basically, with this system, I can confidently say that it gives you unlimited off-grid power. It's a cracking wee system. So I spent hours and hours watching countless YouTube videos and reading countless forums here and there on how to get power in my camper, and people were talking in the thousands and thousands with these blue Victron systems. You've got blue boxes all over the place and switches and cables and wow. Honestly, it drained me reading it all, and I said there must be a simpler way, and there is a simpler way, and I figured it out myself. Well, with the help of Blue 80, obviously they figured it out. I just added a couple of wee components to it, which makes the system so much easier, so much simpler. I mean, it's basically plug and play. This system is brilliant, so it is, and I can't wait to get it started, and I can't wait to start using it, and I can't wait to show you guys. So this is it. This is basically your McEwan's micro camper's core board. Obviously there's going to be cables coming for the Blue 80 into the, well, it'll be this way. That'll go into your car battery. This will be all coiled up nice and neatly behind this board. This board will be standing up in your seat, behind your seat, or your benches, or in your kitchen unit. This is obviously already stuck to the board. This is not going to move, and this will plug in directly into your Blue 80. And when I said earlier on about the diesel heater, I'll show you a wee cheat code for that as well. Just a wee AC/DC power adapter. It's as simple as that. You can see there, it's 12 volt, 25 amp. 12 volt, 25 amp. 25 amp is plenty to run your diesel heater. When you're on your hookup at your campsite, you just plug it into here. Or if you're not on your hookup at campsite, you can always plug it into your Blue 80 and get your wee van nice and warm. Simple as that. Well, that wraps up this video, guys. We've done the floor and I've showed you the power system. The McEwan's micro camper's core system there, it's there. Core Prime, that's the entry level system. There's more powerful systems for bigger vans. If you're interested, give us a wee email and I'll tell you more about it. But for this video, that's us done. So thanks very much. I'll catch you in the next one. Remember, subscribe so you can get notified for when the next video is live, probably next week again. Thanks again. Catch you later. Bye.